Welcome back, everybody. Let's talk about sleep. The channel where we talk about sleep. Based on the book, Let's Talk About Sleep. Link to this is in the Amazon link to this is in the description box down below. As I always say, just for housekeeping purposes and probably sound like a broken record, but these videos are for education only. Okay? With that being said, let's talk about today's topic, which is kind of an interesting one. It sounds like one of those made-up things, but it's called exploding head syndrome. Now, what the hell is that? So, I've made a couple of videos about parasomnias, and parasomnias are strange behaviors either before bed or before sleep, or in the middle of the night, or as you're waking up, and they're abnormal behaviors, they're abnormal sensations, so hallucinations are part of that, sleepwalking, sleep talking are part of that, okay? Exploding head syndrome is a parasomnia. And the best way to describe it is kind of it feels like, or it sounds like the head is exploding, right? So a patient will kind of be woken up in the middle of the night or again, as they're drifting off into sleep or as they're waking up with this loud sound. It's not pain, but it's a loud sound, and they wake up frightened, right? It's like a boom, let's say, for example, they feel that or they hear that in their head. Okay, so exploding head syndrome. Not based in anything organic, there's nothing wrong with the, either the eardrums or the brain itself. It's a very benign condition, but these people wake up frightened, okay? It sounds like a loud, banging sound in their head, okay? It can happen several times per night. It can happen once a year. It can happen several times a month. It can happen once in a lifetime, okay? Usually with this kind of condition, like many of the other parasomnias, there's nothing we do. Reassurance from a doctor or whoever will, usually is all you need. There are some case reports where people have used antidepressants, like clomipramine is one, CLOMIPRAMINE. It's a tricyclic antidepressant. Sometimes people use that. What I usually will do if I've seen a case of exploding head syndrome is I may just try to find out if there's anything else going on, like does the person snore? Could this be a condition, like I always say, of sleep apnea, where those repetitive stoppages of breathing are kind of triggering the brain to go into that half sleep, half wake state. That's where that can kind of trigger some of these things. Having an inconsistent sleep schedule can do it, this kind of stuff. So, overall sleep health is important if somebody does have a parasomnia, okay, in this case, exploding head syndrome. But typically, it's not something to be concerned about, okay? So if you have it, you're not alone, but it's one of those conditions, probably it's underestimated, because how many people are going to go to a doctor and say, I have this exploding head syndrome, or I have this condition where I hear a loud sound, and, they'll think, people think that the doctor will think they're crazy. But it's not. It happens. But like I said, it's usually benign. And if nothing else, it may prompt an evaluation for sleep health in general. Okay? So that's the video. If you have exploding head syndrome or you know somebody who's experienced it, drop a comment down below. Please ask questions. Once a month, I will do a Q&A, usually 1 or 2 or sometimes 3 videos, responding to all the questions that people have put on these YouTube videos. So keep interacting. I will, at the end of, or when we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will send a signed copy of this book to a lucky viewer at random. So, gotta be in it to win it. So please subscribe to the channel. Please click like on this video and share it with your friends and family. Until next time, sleep well.